Hello and welcome to Tech Tuesday. We're getting near the end of the year, and I know a lot of us are wrapping up grades and doing things like that, but you want to keep your students engaged. I know it's hard to put a lot of effort into creating brand new ways to assess what they've learned over the course of the year. There's actually something called Pear Practice, which is created by the makers of Pear Deck and Pear Assessment, and it's a really great way to actually have your students work collaboratively in a gamified learning environment. There's actually a really great feature that they just added using AI to create these questions instantly. Let's take a look at how it works. You'll go ahead and go to peardeck.com and go to the login part right here. You're going to look for Pear Practice. Some of you actually might be familiar with Pear Assessment, especially in math. We'll go ahead, go here, sign in with Google. You may not have full access to Pear Practice. It might be something you have a trial period for. I've used it a little bit more, so I'm on sort of a different plan. But it's worth it, even just with the trial period, to try out and see if it's something you might want to use. We'll go ahead, sign in here. I've got my practice sets that are down here, but I'm actually going to create a practice set. Now, you can create a practice set just like you would create one for really any sort of gamified mode that you're using, whether we're talking about Kahoot or Quizlet or Gimkit or something like that. Pick my subject right here, English Language Arts. I'm going to do 7th grade. I'll go ahead and create this. And I've got my verbs right here, and I can just add questions like I would. Multiple choice questions, text response questions. Pear Practice actually has some drawing questions and stuff too. Or if I already have a list of questions, like let's say that I have a Kahoot or something like that, I can actually copy and paste those into this Google Doc. And you'll see the little Pear Practice import template that's right here. And then I would actually just save that and re-upload it. What's really cool, though, what Pear Practice just added is actually an instant set. This actually uses AI in order to create questions pretty easily and pretty instantly. So I'm going to go ahead and put in the giver. That's what my 8th graders are looking at right now as we wrap up the year. I'm going to go ahead and say these are the types of questions that I want. I want about 9 questions. I'll generate this. I've sped this up only slightly, though. And then understanding the giver. Now, I don't have 9 questions, but I do have a lot of questions here, and I can add to these as well. I'm not limited to these questions by any means, and I can edit these too. This is a really great basis to build questions from. And some actually pretty interesting questions, especially classification questions. These are drag and drop questions that are a little bit different than your standard multiple choice. Let's say I want to do one on the Transcontinental Railroad. I've got students in my class who are having a hard time with this. Maybe they're crying about it. I'll generate a practice set right here. And now I've got a lot of instant questions on the Transcontinental Railroad. And what Pear Practice is great at is it gets students to actually work in groups. I'll kind of do a demo probably sometime early next year so I can kind of show you what that actually looks like from both ends. Now, it certainly isn't perfect when we're talking about the AI here. I was checking this out a little bit later. I do this with my journalism students at the beginning of the year, trying to copy and paste this YouTube URL here. And as of right now, it's not able to generate anything. Some websites probably work a little bit better than others, but considering this is an always adapting and growing technology, I'm sure that at some point it'll be more accurate when you're actually pasting different YouTube sites or even uploading PDFs. Thank you for watching this edition of Tech Tuesday. If you have any questions or anything else you'd like me to cover in the future, let me know.